Campbell's comments out and about for Nutrien, catching up with, I suppose, some of the breeders here in Victoria to promote them and find out a little bit of how they go about things in the downtime. Louise Toulmin. Hello, Louise. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks, Paul.
Joining me now, we have a great association with Harasta Trotters and Yabby Dam Farms. Hello, Tights. But we're out here at yours and Gary's and the boys' beautiful farm here, Oakbank Estate. That's Mount Buninyong out the back, but you're just taking me for a bit of a drive around this property. It's a sensational property.
Yeah, no, it is, and it's a glorious day for the middle of winter, actually. The sun's out and the sky's blue.
It is indeed. It's quite a large concern here. It's a family concern and the rest, but you're showing me some of the spellers you've got here. You've got a few spellers in the off-season. How do you guys operate through the off-season? Because, I mean, you don't stand a stay-in, but you're quite a big concern yourself here.
Yeah, we've probably got 15 to 20 pregnant broodmares, not all our own. So we do have a couple of clients that have broodmares here full time. We do sort of coming into the spring get some mares that'll come here to foal down as well, and for some mares to get put back in foal. We don't do a massive amount of that because we do run an agistment farm here for the whole year. So yeah, we've got the paddocks and you sort of come from the house and the stable complex. You know, we have varying degree size paddocks from 2.5 acres to ones that go up to about 20 acres to hold bigger drafts of horses that are spelling here, from horses that come for a month to horses that come for 4 months, sort of thing, spelling.
You're not allowed to take too many steps back. You're a bit of a creeper, and the girls will be telling me off. You've jumped out of the camera shot a couple of times, so I'm not moving. So when my arm's fully extended, you're almost out of the shot. It's purposely set up, dry laneways, and I mean, we're in Ballarat, and it is wet, and it can get boggy from time to time, but bluestone driveways, but paddocks running off those, it's very simple and user-friendly, I suppose, if that's the right word to use.
Yeah, we made sure that we made the paddocks not too small, sort of thing, so horses can't bog them up, and generally, the paddocks that are 2.5 acres will only have 1 or 2 horses in them, and we try to rotate them as best we can and do all the things that most farmers do with super and fertilisation and things like that to get the best grass we can growing all year round.
We can give him a plug. Sam is an agronomist, is that the right word?
Yeah, Sam's people who don't understand what an agronomist is, they're a soil doctor, I say. So, yeah, Sam looks after the pastures here and, like I say, it's a family enterprise, so, everybody chips in.
Yep, and Hayley and Chris are just up the road, and they actually were here for a little while doing a lot of breakers as well. So, apart from one that's living in Sydney, most of the, and one in England, the rest are pretty close and central.
Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, Jessie's probably the only one who probably doesn't get roped in anymore to do anything, sort of thing. But we'll have her home hopefully in 18 months' time. So, yeah. You
must be wrapped with how things are progressing here from an Oakbank's point of view. Yearling sales are busy, and they can be hectic times. Do you ever sit back and sort of reflect on it and say that was a good year? Because you did have a good year both personally, but also like with Hayley and Chris, they had a great year as well. So sort of that double whammy. I reckon you'd be proud parents, proud grandparents as well.
Yeah, look, it's been, this last financial year has been really, I suppose, lucrative, or, finally, you start to sort of see the fruits of your hard labour and work sort of thing. So, yeah, we were very fortunate, with selling some horses for really good money this year. And I think it's Gary's sort of got a reputation, or the farm here's got a reputation now that we grow out good stock. And, we just keep everything crossed that those horses that we have sold for good money go out and do the right thing for the new owners.
It's one of the reasons I want to try and get around to as many places as I can and highlight it, because I know there's a different mood when you're building up to the yearling sales. There's the emotions of the unknown. Sometimes you can have a lot of people coming through your farms looking at horses. Other times you can have no one, but it doesn't reflect necessarily the results you're going to have. You've got to have the right people, but it is such a nervous build up, I suppose, and a long build up to that time when you start selling them?
Well, it's sort of like, with some of the ones we breed, Gary will go out and purchase a broodmare to actually send to a stallion. So he's actually sort of has a lot of forward thinking. So, he'll sort of look at the bloodlines of a mare and say, I really want to go to this stallion, but I don't have a mare I think that'll cross. So then he'll look to try to buy a mare that'll cross with that stallion, sort of thing. But, it is. It's like anything, it's like you need a crystal ball. Like if we knew which stallions we're going to throw, you can go to, first season sires or, young stallions, but you still have to hope like hell that they throw. And, you've just got to have faith in your broodmares as well. Sometimes you don't actually see the benefits at the sales in what you sell a horse for, sort of thing. But if you've sort of bred it the way you think that it's going to get the best, or that progeny is going to have the best chance of being a good racehorse, sometimes you just have to take what the market gives you and then hope like hell they go to the right person who's going to do the right thing by that horse.
I don't know if any of that landed on us, but that was a flock of birds going over the top of us. It all missed, but I reckon it flew down on there. How much time do you guys devote to that, Louise? I mean, these are, I suppose, random chats. I don't want them to go for too long, but I mean, yourself and Gary, do you start preparing now? Like, we're not, we're still, I suppose, 2 months officially off the breeding season, but maybe 3 months you'll have wet mares, but you also have dry mares. Have you started looking now for stands, or have you been looking for 12 months ahead?
Well, I think the thing is nowadays stallions book out so quick, so you really have to be really forward thinking. So basically, we've actually sort of worked out where all our mares are going already, sort of thing, or else you just miss out, sort of thing. With the stallion caps, I suppose that's made it even more important to actually look at your mares. Gary does all of that side of things, so I might get a little bit of an insight but he generally does that sort of thing. So he scans and he sits on the computer most nights until he does, and then even if he's got one booked in, he'll still keep looking at different ones, sort of thing. But probably this time of year, we sort of have the same feed regime the whole way through, sort of thing. Everything gets hand fed here twice a day, and it's just very busy time, just sort of getting ready for the upcoming season, having the pastures ready.
It is a very windy time too. I was going to say that. I must have a talk to, like, does Gary watch racehorses and horses that are racing and say, yeah, that's one I want to earmark a mare? Is that how far out he does think?
Oh, he probably does as much, but I think he more predominantly looks at the bloodlines as much. But I suppose if he had a big gross mare, and you wouldn't be sending it to a big gross stallion either, sort of thing. So sometimes it's really hard. You sort of might have a little mare, and you sort of think, oh, I shouldn't go to this stallion. But we've done it in the past. We had a mare many years ago, and she was only tiny, and she was a little French F mare, and we sent her to Panorama, who was tiny too, and the resultant progeny was 16 hands. So it's hard to predict, sort of thing. But I think you sort of want to, some people say you breed the best and send it to the best, sort of thing, and hope for the best. So it's a tough game.
That is actually a very, very good formula, and it does work. How many weanlings have you got on the ground this year? Like, because what did you say, roughly 20 mares? Yeah, well,
we've actually, Gary and I sort of breed. We've got actual 9 mares. Unfortunately, a couple of mares have actually slipped, which was unfortunate because it was a I love you and a bald eagle. So
That's the Yabby Dam Farms.
But that was really disappointing. But we've got 9 mares in foal personally ourselves. We've got some horses here for Alana and Alex, and then, like I say, some of our clients. But we've got some exciting ones coming. Got a Captain Treacherous coming out of Madison, Louise, which is going to be good. A Better's Delight, and we've got a number. Tall Dark Stranger, so there's a few nice ones coming, sort of thing. And and I've got Van Sank's mum, she's in Folder Classic Connection, so that's one I'm really looking forward to seeing.
Weanlings, yearlings you sold last year and even the year before, like the feedback, have you got much feedback on how they're progressing? Do you once you sell them, is that it, or do you like following how they're going right up to the racetrack time?
No, well and truly follow them. They're ours. Once they've hit the ground here, we've got their mums still here, so it's really important to keep a close eye and not bother the trainers too much. But we've been pretty fortunate this year. I think nearly everything we sold this year at the sales has come back to the farm to spell. fell. So, and now we're getting paid to look after them. So that's a bonus sort of thing. So, there's been, quite a few of them. One of the ones we sold from the Nutrien sale last year out of Oily Lulu, he's had a start. He hasn't hit the winner's circle as yet, but he's out there. So we've had good reports on the ones that we sold the previous year, and also the ones that were sold this year broke in quite well.
It's another thing, just quickly, pin hooking, because that Oily Lulu was a pin hook. No, it wasn't that one. It was the other one. But pin hooking and the likes, is that something that Gary and yourself enjoy doing? I know you always look, but is it something that you look at? And do you look at then from a racehorse point of view, or potential broodmare point of view?
Well, we did that one with Alana and Alex the previous year, and we sold her through the Nutrien sale. She was a New Zealand bred filly, and we were able to sell her pinhook from New Zealand because we could offer her at the Nutrien sale, which is something that hadn't been able to do in the past, sort of thing. So, and she's gone on and she's had a start, sort of thing, for the Woodlands team who now own her. We've got a couple of weanlings here that Alana and Alex have got. They purchased a Captain Crunch this year from the Nutrien Winter Woolly sale, and with that idea to do that sort of thing. So that's something for some younger people maybe to have their luck and see how that goes, sort of thing. So we've actually physically only done it ourselves the once, but Alana and Alex have got a couple here that they're doing again this year.
I actually like it because I think the more times the dollar can go around in our industry, the better the industry is. And it's just, I remember the one at Woodlands, and that's why I thought it was Oily Lulu. What was the name of that other mare?
No, 2 and 6pence.
No, not even close, but that's okay. I am very, very good at that. Filing down, you guys file them down here. How long until the first one's due?
I've actually got a galloper coming, and she's due in August, so that's going to be. I'm hoping, like Hal, that winter in Clarendon, maybe ceases maybe a few weeks earlier than normal, sort of thing. So the majority of the Standardbred ones, our first one is due the middle of September. So it's coming around mighty quick. It
is actually, because it's I think today's the 6th of July, so it won't be that long at all. So about 4 or 5 weeks, and the thoroughbreds are going to be on the ground. Louise, thank you very much. Well done to what yourself and Gary and all the family are doing here at Oakbank Estate. I think make sure you chase you guys up. But I appreciate everything you guys have been able to do over the year. You also have your hand over the other logo, but the Yabby Farms and the Harasta Trotters, we obviously do a lot there, and I'll be doing something out there with the farm as well. But I want to just try and get around to some of the smaller farms that look after Nutrien, but also I think it doesn't matter if they don't look after Nutrien. I think we need breeders, we need people to be able to keep this great game going. So I think well done to you guys for what you are doing. Keep raising the bar, and thanks for showing me another beautiful day in sunny Ballarat. I can't believe I bagged the weather. It's just always lovely.
Yeah, no, it's always lovely, and I've showed you a bit more of the farm, which is good. When most people don't see this back paddock, but it's pretty nice out here, and we'll have the broodmares running around on this Italian ryegrass mighty soon.
Very good. Thanks, Louise.